So guys, here it is, moment of truth, apna time shuru. Where did that come from?
I don't know how many of you understand the word छेड़. Do you understand छेड़? ऐसा तो दिल्ली में बहुत होती है छेड़. So हाँ छेड़ तो nobody is called by their real name. Everybody is called by some nickname or the other. And I'm sorry if I'm politically wrong, but somebody who's a little specially weighted, challenged in terms of weight, is called Aloo. And if somebody is extra, okay, I'll not get into all of those, but yeah, if somebody is very sweet, he's called Pinni. Pinni is sweet. And if somebody is, a lot of people on social media call me Hakla because they think I stammer, though I don't, except for one film. But yeah, so in Delhi I had a chair which was male gadi, because I used to run very fast at one time. So people who wear spectacles, reading glasses, which I also used to, so I'm not making fun. Sometimes young children are a little rude and they say chashmish, chokha, or battery. So double power, single power, double battery, single power, which was in the film Main Hoon Na also. I think that's when I realized. So in Mumbai and in areas of Gujarat. So for once you have this really macho guy. Normally we are so proper in terms of stereotypes, that in movies when you want someone to be a geek or a teacher or a simpleton, then you make them wear glasses. So I was like that in Mohabbatein, I was like that in Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi. But when you have a macho guy who is this villain, you normally don't make them have glasses because they can't be, that's how it is understood. So he doesn't like, Raees doesn't like being called battery because he's short-sighted.
Did I hear correctly when I said that this sort of incredible swag that we see on screen actually has its roots in the old days of the Sea Gang? Is there truth in that? You know that Shah Rukh, of course, had his famous Sea Gang back in school.
No, not at all. We were very nice guys, yeah. We were like Grease, T-birds. I mean, if we got really angry, we just clicked our fingers. we were not a gang, and not even West Side Story types. We were very cool and normal. We just used to wear white shirts and blue jeans and Nike with the swoosh, and we had a swag, yeah. We used to walk with the certain
This is
swag.
my point.
No, but not in the movie. Raees is very earthy. So I didn't want, I think Dawn has a more anglicized swag. Exaggerated, of course. But Raees is more earthy. These guys walk as if they own the area that they walk in, and there's a little bit of a movement. I'm sorry, I'm feeling embarrassed trying to do it, but yeah. No, it doesn't come from my Sea Gang days at all. If you see my Sea Gang, they're really sweet guys.
They're
They're
very
really sweet guys.
They're very sweet. So guys, how long have you all been excited about Raees? Like just... Right. So this is the thing. From the first look, I was just incredibly excited about this film, and it took till the trailer actually came out for me to figure out why. Not in its entirety, but certainly part of it. And these are the things you learn about yourself. I had no idea that I would be this enchanted by Shah Rukh Khan wearing surma. No idea.
Should I take that as a compliment?
Entirely.
Or should I take it as one of my Lux ads in a jacuzzi with 3 women? That I'm so amazingly metrosexual that I look good with eyeliner.
Come on, you look amazing in this.
I don't know. I've never done it actually myself. I'm really sensitive around the eyes, even with makeup and stuff. So my makeup team has to be very careful. I don't like things. That's why I never wear contact lenses in films, because I can't. I don't know. I feel awkward. And so when Sheetal, who designed the film, and Rahul, they told me you have to wear surma. So they did it with a pencil first. You know how they do it with acting surma, and it was very hurtful. So genuinely, hats off to all the ladies who do it. This is really, really difficult to do. Honestly, it's a very difficult thing to do, and I try to do it myself, and I miss it, and I do all the wrong parts. But when they put it, I didn't know it look okay or not, and I'm very conscious of it. And the only thing that happened is when I was working on the film, a lot of people told me I look very scary. I thought I look cool like Johnny Depp, but they told me
I'd say cooler than Johnny Depp. In this instance, I say Johnny Depp has nothing on Shah Rukh Khan. It's also just sort of 25 years, and what I want to ask is, when you look back to that time, just all these sort of incredible moments, are there A, any that stand out, and B, right now, with everything you've seen, the scenes that we have seen play out around you, do you still have pinch me moments? You know, like pinch me, is this real?
I'd be honest, I don't want to sound cynical or someone who's not impressed by things that have happened to me.
Right.
I've been extremely impressed. I'm not only impressed, I'm very humbled, I'm extremely grateful, and genuinely that is the truth. And I still believe that, you know, a pinch me moment happens when you're aware of what is happening and you want to make sure it is happening. I'm living a dream life. I haven't woken up yet. So I really don't have a pinch me moment. I just hope I don't ever wake up. You know, if this is a dream, God, please just let it continue. I've been extremely lucky, extremely fortunate in every aspect. And I'll say to all the youngsters here, because there will be many times in life when you think you're not talented enough. There'll be many times in life when you think, no, I don't have what it takes. There'll be times when you'll fail miserably, repeatedly. And there will be times when success won't come, when you think you worked the hardest, the marks won't come. I remember I maxed one paper in math and I got 23 marks.
Wow.
But I thought I'd maxed it out of 100. And I'm like, but I couldn't even understand how I have gone wrong. I thought I got 100 on 100. So there will be days you won't even understand how could this go wrong, which is the worst situation to be in, because you have to unlearn 77% of it and then go back and find out what all you knew wrong that you thought you'll get 100%. I just want you to know that if you really believe in something that you want to do, you don't have to be talented enough, you don't have to be good looking enough, you don't have to be gifted enough, you don't have to have any familial connections. It'll all come by. It has for me. I don't think I'm either of these things. I never thought I'm, you know, when I came to the film industry, one of the reasons, and this is a secret I've never said on any interview, when I came to the industry, the reasons I agreed to do roles which other guys were saying no to, for whatever their mindset was, a dar or a bazigar, because I thought I'm not good looking enough to be a hero. So let me just get a villain and get a job, you know. I didn't do it because I was gutsy or I knew that, you know, I could pull it off, I'm such a great actor. No, I just thought, look, I remember this wonderful director friend of mine who made this really beautiful film with me. When he met me first, his office was bang opposite here. I won't name him now. He doesn't do films anymore. And he met me and he said, "You're so ordinary and ugly looking." Yeah, he told me on my face that I can use you for anything. That's very interesting about you. Yeah. And I believe that. Not because he told me, but I believe that. So I took on roles because I just wanted to act. It didn't make a difference if I was going to become Mr. Rishi Kapoor or Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. It didn't matter if I became Salman Khan or Amir Khan. They were already working here. I just wanted to act because I thought I know a bit of it. So please go ahead and do whatever you really believe in. Don't worry on the outside world having assumptions and having criterions for, you know, this is right, this is how you should be, this is how you should not be. Just do it, and I think it'll turn out right. Either that or I'm dreaming. Either way, I'm happy.
As you said, that's how you saw yourself. How do you see yourself now? Like, do you see yourself differently at all?
I see myself exactly the same. From the outside, my life may seem it may seem, and I do hear people talk about it, and I give it a hear sometimes I don't, but it is exactly the same way it was. Even now, sometimes when I go back home with the swag or I say something cool to my children have been brought up in such a way that they also don't think I'm much of a star. They also say, "Oh my God, SRK." And I realize that I'm not SRK really. I'm just someone who's trying very hard, and I'm not being humble or modest. I don't think of myself any differently. I see young actors, actresses, I see the older ones, my contemporaries, and I think they are more gifted, they are much better, and I need to keep on trying. You know, there's a travel company, I don't know, car rental company called AVIS. I'm going to plug them without taking money, which is really wrong. Avis, yeah. And they used to have a slogan, we try harder because we are the second best. And I've always been that. I try harder because I don't think I'm really the best. I may have sung the song, but I really try harder because I really want to be the finest, the best one. So I really don't think of myself much.
I'm not sure there's anyone in this audience who is going to agree with that assessment. Am I right?
Whether you agree or not, you should believe me.
Yeah.
Believe you me, I have kids, they're younger than you at this point in time, but I honestly want to tell you, believe me when I say that I don't think I have what it takes to become who I have become. Yeah. And that's why I keep trying harder, and it's the best way to be.
Speaking of your kids, there has been a lot of talk about a possible boyfriend for Sohana and how you would react to that. I was just wondering if you would care to sort of elaborate on some of the things that potential or aspiring boyfriend can look forward to from Shah Rukh Khan?
See, I have a certain way to behave with women. And I would expect, and these are only expectations, they might not, all the girls here will agree, my father thinks that, but it's not going to be like this, my guy is so cool. But and I understand that, but there's a certain amount of things that this is the way I still behave with ladies, which is, I'm dignified, I have a job, I'm courteous, I would never ever overrule or overrun the authority that the family would have over the lady. Whichever space I may be in, I would always respect that, and I would. And so this false bravado, I know when it will come down to it, if my daughter likes somebody, I'll not be able to say anything. I'll just accept it. But before it happens, I thought I'll just put this out, just in case somebody reads it and thinks they should respect me a little more than they can, and take it seriously. But it's not serious at all. I think every father, every brother, every son, every man should just respect whatever the woman wants with her lover, with her boyfriend, with her choice. And this is kind of joke. This is a joke. I mean, it's just false bravado that get yourself a lawyer and I'll rip your lips off. No, I'm not going to do anything. I just say all this stuff because, in the last 1.5 years, I've been doing Raees. So the character has overtaken me. It's not me.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys. So now who has a question, and more critically, which of you has the mic? Because that is the first one who gets. Do you have a question?
I have a question now.
You have to tell me your name so I can address you, please. Pallavi. Pallavi.
Yes. So my question is, like, success is public. Everybody sees your success. So is failure. How do you cope up with that?
The success part or the failure?
Both.
You don't take. I've said this often enough, and you might have read it if you read my interviews. Because the other day I was sitting with a friend of mine, and a girlfriend of his called him up, and she said, "Who are you sitting with?" And she said, "Shah Rukh," and she said, "He's not cool." So maybe you've not read what I've said before because I'm not cool enough. So I'll just reiterate it. But I think both of them are transient. Both of them are completely. You are incapable of creating both. And when both get created, failure and success, you don't know why it happened. More often than not, if you meet people who are successful and if you ask them, can you give us the mantra for success? They will sound cagey, they will sound awkward, because even they don't know. But when you're called upon to do so you'll say the cliches. But the only cliche which is true is hard work. If you have blinkers on, the more you practice, the more you do something, the better you will be at it. When failure is there, people are going to make it much bigger than it seems to me. When success is there, they make it even bigger than it seems to me. Life, for me or anyone successful, is somewhere in the middle. I'm sure I maybe I speak out of turn, but when you praise Sachin for the century that he's hit, or kind of get disturbed that he's not made the century that he should have, his talent and his scope of work is somewhere in the middle. He's not as good as that, and he's not as bad as that. And that's what I believe. I'm not as wonderful as people think when I'm successful. I don't know how it happened. And I'm not really as bad as when I fail that, oh, he should have done that. I really didn't know. So you have to deal with it somewhere in the middle, keeping it real, keeping it honest, keeping it... but it becomes difficult, It becomes difficult when too many praises are bestowed upon you. And when too much criticism is bestowed upon you to be. No, you don't have to clap, please.
Hi sir, my name is Vinesh.
Hi Vinesh.
Hi, I'm a Jabra fan of yours. First of all, let me tell you that.
Thank you, Vinesh.
My question to you is, KKR will soon complete a decade, like 10 years. So I just wanted to know how's the journey been so far, because I've been following it since the first season. I've seen the 2008, 9, 10 season going on, and then 12 and 14 winning the cup. So just wanted to know from you, how's the journey been so far?
You are my most loved person because you're wearing the KKR jersey right now. I can't tell you. I mean, I didn't understand the extent of failure till I actually started working with KKR. And it was a job that I didn't know how to take care of because I'm not a cricketer. I'm an actor. When a film goes wrong, I can stand up and say, the film went wrong because I was responsible for it. I know I can take the responsibility for it, but I didn't know how to deal with it because this was a new world. And you're right, for 3 years when we just started going wrong and completely wrong, we were dropping catches which little children could have taken. In South Africa, I was very depressed.
Exactly, I've seen that.
Yeah, I was really depressed, and then there were specialists and commentators and the world. They were burning my effigies, which is okay. They do that now and then. But I was very depressed because there was a promise I would tell my children. My children believed in me then, and my children lost belief in me at that point in time. I would say, no, ये match हम जीतेंगे. ये हो जाएगा. And the other team had made 92, but we still lost it. And even today my kids laugh at it now. They're old and they're mature. They're like, Papa, everything doesn't come true what you say. And that's true, yeah. Everything doesn't come true. And it's important for children to realize that your parents can also be wrong. And it's all right, it's real. But it was very difficult. Those first 3 years were very, very difficult. I'd never seen this kind of failure in my life for, now that you say it's a decade, 7, 8 years ago, yeah. For 15, 20 years, I'd been a big success in my field of work, and here I was, and I was going completely wrong except for the design of the uniform. That was very cool, black and gold, yeah. And then I felt really bad. I felt really small, and there were write-ups, including on NDTV, where they said he's going to sell the team, and he should sell the team.
Very sad.
Yeah, and I actually, let me just say this to you: when things are going completely wrong, hold on to it. I did, and I'm not saying it would have turned around completely. It may have taken longer, but I'm so proud now that I held on to it, and it got turned around, not because of me. It wasn't wrong because of me, and it isn't right because of me. It's because of the players. And the poor guys, they got it wrong, and I'm so glad it turned out well, because I have faith that, and that's one case in point in my life where I have faith that if you stick on to something just long enough, you will get it right if you believe in it. And KKR is a case in point, and I'm extremely proud of it, and I'm happy, and I do nothing for it. I did nothing for its failure, and I've done nothing for its success. And genuinely, I just stand on that podium there in Eden Gardens and wave out, but I do nothing for the team. Just the team does it for it, and I'm so glad it's turned around. And thank you for sticking on, man. Thank you. Yeah. We have to win it. We have to win it, and if we don't, we'll do it next year.
Our spotlight is shining on none other than Shah Rukh Khan. We have an excited and exciting audience here with us. So I think it's time now for the first round of questions. What about you?
Hi, sir. So before my question, I would really want to thank you. And because whatever I have, like obviously everybody goes through a bad time. I would really want to thank you because every bad thing I've gone through, like one look at you, one smile of yours, and I know it's going to be okay.
Thank you. What's your name, darling?
Akshita.
Akshita.
So thank you so much. And my question is that, so how do you feel when there are like thousands of people standing outside your house and you're out there? Like, how do you feel?
Like I said, I feel it's like a dream. I have no idea. And more often than not, I come outside my house to wave to them. I'm shy, actually. I'm embarrassed with this kind of adulation, if I may call it so. But my little son Abraham tells me, Papa, peoples are waiting outside. Bachas are there, Papa, let's go. Bachas are there, let's go and wave out to them. So I come out. I even find it awkward to come out and wave. I have no idea why they do it. I hope someday I can do enough through my work, nothing else. Through my work as an entertainer, I can do enough for them to feel I deserve this. I really don't know if I deserve this or not. I have no idea why so many wonderful people come outside my house and wave out and scream and shout, and yeah, it's very awkward. I just hope I can live up to the kind of expectations they have, or what they feel I've done. I'm just an actor. I think very deeply about what I do. I'm very serious about the job I do, but it's not. It's extremely superficial sometimes, and I just get very touched by the fact that people take it deeper than I meant it to be. And I hope I can do deep enough work. I hope I can take myself seriously enough to turn one day and go and stand outside Mannat and say, you know what, I deserve all of you standing here. So all I can say is I just feel a huge amount of thank you to all of them.
I'm pretty sure everyone in this audience has stood there at some point, right? Or tried to, yes.
I'm Pranjal. Pranjal. I love you.
Thank you, Pranjal.
I love you, I love you, I love you.
And you should.
Hello, so it's a great honor being here and asking
Thank
you a
you,
question.
you're kind, darling. Tell me your name.
My name is Surbhi. कुछ साल पहले, एक्चुअली इट्स नॉट अ क्वेश्चन, मैं आपको कुछ बताना चाहती हूँ. मैं 10th स्टैंडर्ड में थी एंड यू हैड ब्रोकन योर हैंड एंड यू वर इन ब्रीच कैंडी हॉस्पिटल. और मैं स्कूल छोड़ के जल्दी आई थी. बच्चों प्लीज़ मेरी बात मत मानना, बट मैं स्कूल बंक करके जल्दी आई थी आपसे मिलने, होपिंग दैट व्हेन यू वुड गेट डिस्चार्ज मैं आपसे मिलूँगी. और बहुत भीड़ थी तो मैं मिल नहीं पाई, लेकिन आपके गार्ड्स ने बोला था एक बच्ची स्कूल यूनिफॉर्म में खड़ी है, and I'm the same girl. And you hugged me and you kissed me that day.
He has one last question.
Hello sir, my name is Nandan.
Hi, Nandan.
And sir, my question is that there are many turning points in human's life. So what was the point in your life when you thought कि अगर ये हो सकता है तो कुछ भी हो सकता है जिंदगी में?
मतलब मैं स्टार बन सकता हूँ तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. Genuinely. Because my parents, there was nobody who believed that I could be a movie star. I myself didn't believe it. I wanted to act. I never thought I could be a movie star. There were some wonderful thinking people I knew from the film industry, my family knew, and they told me that you can never be a movie star. I had this wonderful person who I again won't name, but he said, तुम photogenic नहीं हो यार, तुम अच्छे नहीं दिखते हो कैमरा पे, सॉरी तुमको एक्टिंग थोड़ी बहुत आती होगी लेकिन तुम कभी नहीं बन सकोगे. But not because my movie is coming out, so I'm saying it, but अम्मी जान कहती थी. Genuinely, मेरी अम्मी जान समझती थी मैं दिलीप कुमार साहब से भी अच्छा हूँ, जो मैं नहीं हूँ, लेकिन माँ का प्यार होता है. So she used to believe I could do it, and I really wish she was alive. I will never become better than Mr. Dilip Kumar or Mr. Amitabh Bachchan or anyone, but in her own state of mind, I think she was kind of right, and I lived by her belief, and I really think, you know, if your mother believes you can do something, and it sounds so old-fashioned and so silly and so stupid and so wrong, but let me tell you, somehow mothers know. So if your mother believes something about you, sit with her. Even if she's believing something that you don't want to do, sit with her. Finally, she will get convinced and do what you want to do. And if she tells you कि बेटा ये ठीक हो जाएगा, तो वो ठीक हो जाएगा. Don't even listen to your dad. Don't listen to anybody else in the world. Don't listen to a counselor. Don't listen to any person who tells you professional advice. The basic advice of a mother. I'm so sorry, maybe this is really, really wrong advice, but I genuinely believe if a mom says this is going to turn out well, even if you're not good enough, I think her prayers are better than anything that is good enough, and it'll all turn out well. And I know it's old-fashioned, but this is true.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so now we're going to do quick sort of rapid-fire-ish sort of
one
thing,
word
if
answer
you
I have
don't
to
mind. As much as you want. So I'm saying that, you know, who is the one
I'm so
person...
glad you're not doing food shows anymore.
Thank you. Well,
Okay, I'm sorry, this is a personal thing. I've known her for years since she started doing her journalism stuff, and then I got a little bored. She's doing all chola bhatura stuff and all. I don't eat, so
so, well, no, and like I said, if I'm coming back to this, who better?
Yeah,
you know,
please,
than
please
you, so-
don't. I mean, if you want to do a food show, do it with me.
Thank you. I want to say 5 years of begging.
I'm learning Italian food. I'm going to do this for you. Yeah.
All right, done.
Right.
Everyone here is a witness.
Okay.
All right, done. So, so who is the one person who makes you laugh? You said once that you really belly laugh, right? Is there anyone who makes you belly laugh?
I don't know if you see him. Russell Peters is very funny.
Yeah.
He really makes me laugh. Johnny Lever.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Huh.
Juhi Chawla.
Yeah.
They're brilliant. I think these people, and Govinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anyone who can outthink you in a friendly debate?
No, at all.
No, right?
I mean,
None at all. What?
For years, nobody's going to be close.
Right, my other question was actually if you had a nickname, but you've already answered that. So what is your favorite downtime? Reading or watching movies?
It's very strange, but I watch. No, yeah, reading is most certainly. But when I go home, I'm so greedy that I read a book and watch something. So I put on television something which is really inane and banal, and then I just read also together. So both of them
Can
together.
I just say how delighted I am that there's another person who does this?
I love this. You know, just trying to read
Yes.
something and watch something. If it gets boring, I read here and yeah.
All right. Gym or swim?
I can't swim.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean I can save my life,
Yeah.
but I'm so
Right.
ungraceful swimming. You know, my bum sticks out and my hand goes all over the place.
Who's suddenly hoping they get to catch Shah Rukh taking his
No,
swim?
I'm really telling you, I'm awful at swimming. Yeah, it's so ungraceful. I really want to take swimming lessons, not because I can't swim,
Yeah.
but I just do it so ungracefully. I want to be Phelps. You know, I want to do this stuff, and yeah, so not at all. Swimming, not by a.
All right. So my next question for you again is one I think you've already answered, so I may put it to them. Surma or stubble?
Surma?
Yeah.
Never. I don't get right and put my forehead.
Yeah. All right. So now we're going to move on to the James Lipton questionnaire, which is from inside the actor studio. What is your favorite word?
My favorite word. I don't want to sound pompous, but I'm really good. Pompous is the word, yeah.
What is your least favorite word?
Mind blowing. Yeah, what does it even mean?
I'm not entirely sure. What sound or noise do you love?
What sound or
Or
noise?
noise do you love?
Of the sea, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am from Delhi. I really like the sound of the sea. Yeah.
And is there one you hate?
Of people talking too loud on
Yeah.
news channels.
Yes. No idea what he's talking about. None at all. No idea who could be referring to either. What turns you on emotionally, creatively, spiritually? This is not my question. This is from a questionnaire.
Okay, all three.
Yeah.
Humor
Yeah.
in every which way.
Yes.
Spiritually, humor
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah.
Emotionally, sensually,
Yeah.
physically,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Okay. What turns you off?
Showing off and saying, you know, full of themselves kind of people. I mean, I'm so bloody fantastic, and I'm not full of myself. So I hate it when people are
Like
full of
Trump and
themselves.
braggadocio, right? Isn't that
Not just him. There's so many.
braggadocious?
He's not the
The
end
word.
all of it. Right now, we have lots of them in India ourselves.
Yes, I have to say, agree entirely.
Alphabetically, if we go, we'll not end the list only.
Yeah, this is true. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I think the noblest profession in the world is teaching.
Yeah.
There is no nobler profession
Yeah,
than
I
teaching
agree.
or coaching or, you know, teaching someone the guitar or sports or whatever. I think this. I wish that at the end of it all, after about 45 years, that is when I'm 110 and I stop acting, I'm going to teach something. Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
would love
wonderful.
to. Yeah.
I'm enrolling for the class right now.
Italian food. I can do Italian
So,
food too.
what profession would you hate to attempt?
Being an actor, but I've attempted it and it's all right.
It's worked out pretty well. Do you have a favorite curse word?
Yeah, but I can't say it on
Don't
TV.
ask. Fair enough, fair enough. And finally, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say at the pearly gates?
I'm so happy you tried, and I always believe God sent us down on earth to do certain things, and then He'll count it and say, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, you didn't do this, you didn't do this. I want to be the one and hear God's word say, oh, you did more than I sent you for, and this is. Yeah, I think all of us should work like that and think that, you know, God should tell you that, you know, this is more than what you should have done. Come right in. Jaldi se chalo andar. All these young boys and girls who've been so wonderful and waiting here. So I really enjoyed Spotlight. Thank you very much for being here.